I'm Seth,
And I'm Drew.
and this is
Nerd Feeding the Nerd.
What's up, everybody? So I'm taking the helm today, and I'm playing a classic from my childhood. And we're playing Diddy Kong Racing. I'm so excited, Seth. I'm so freaking excited.
I love this opening.
Yeah, me too. Just a jam, dude. It's a bop, as the kids would say. The kids that are now like in their late teens.
Well, dude,
And Conquer, dude.
anything N64 is such a vibe, you know?
Yeah, man. Okay, all right, let's just okay, hang on. Let me see if I can. There we go. Diddy Kong Racing.
Woohoo!
I forget that, like, on some of these things, of which specific button you have to hit. All right, I never played as this mouse, so we're gonna go that route.
See, I would
or
have,
whatever.
I would have been Diddy, you know, but that's just
of
me,
course.
you know. I just always play main character. I have main character syndrome so bad. I play main characters only in games where I have an option to play other characters.
Yeah, and we're gonna do story, because that's pretty much all I did when I was growing up. So, okay, whatever. Yeah, let's go.
I mean, are we going to give the people multiple episodes of Diddy Kong Racing, Drew?
I don't know. We're gonna feel it out, and then we're gonna see how we feel at the end of the episode. Because here's the reality, dude. I spent so much time as a child playing this game. I have a feeling I'm just really gonna suck at it, because it's been 20 years. That
That's
makes
all
me
right.
feel gross.
What did we play? We played a racing game recently, and you're pretty good at it.
Yeah,
You're more of a racing game guy than you think you are.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I don't like the like fancy ones, you know, like Need for Speed. No,
Oh, yeah.
it's too complicated. There's too much jazz going on. But I played a lot of Mario Kart, and this, dude, I played this most of all because there was an actual storyline to me. Like, I felt like there was an actual storyline that I could sit and watch and go through.
I have very little experience with this game. I played it, but never like extensively. I think I mostly played like against my friends, like more like a Mario Kart situation.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I Mario Kart I did play against a lot of people, and I just sort of accepted the fact that I was going to suck at it. But this, no one wanted to play with me.
Dude, okay. Speaking of trauma.
Yeah, dump it.
All right, I have to get this off my chest. I woke up this morning to some terrible news.
Oh, okay.
Well, I saw in a Facebook group of mine, someone posted that the last and only remaining Blockbuster video is closing.
Oh, dude, the one in Alaska?
No, the one in Bend, Oregon.
Oregon, that's what it was. Is that the one that, like, they have? Gosh, dude, it was like the underwear from someone, or like the gold bikini from someone. I'm trying to think. It was like John Oliver bit or something where.
Oh yeah, they have a bunch of like movie memorabilia in there and stuff like that. But before we spread too much misinformation, I did a quick Google search, and as it turns out, false.
Oh, good.
So it got me a little worked up this morning. I was like, man, that's the end of an era. Like, that's for real, for real. Like, we can't even keep Blockbuster around to like be a tourist attraction. Like, we're gonna close. But no, it's fake. But it definitely got me thinking. I'm like, how much of the internet is actually real? You know what I mean?
Like, that's a great point. I would say it's tough because there is some facts on there, but there's also facts like sugar coated in Dookie. 60% of the internet is fake.
Oh, dude! It's got to be like there's got to be. I wonder if there's a statistic. Like, I want to start getting up my search chops here.
Yeah.
And let's just ask the internet if I'm going to do a quick Google search. How much of the how much of the content on the internet
We're gonna
do
ask
we
the
think
internet how
is
much it
false?
lies. Oh, that's great.
See if Google will tell us that.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Well, it won't. It well, just a quick Google search would bring back. It's estimated that over 60% of the
Oh,
internet users regularly
oh,
encounter some form of misinformation.
I,
60%.
dude. Did I not say 60? I said 60.
Oh, you did.
Why
You
am I
nailed
hitting
it.
the wall? Come
You
on.
nailed it. 60%.
Well, I
So
said 60% of the content, not
yeah,
60% of the people watching
60%
stuff.
of the people encounter misinformation daily. So I recently this brings up it's all connected, man.
Great circle of life.
Because recently I had this weird encounter. I'm gonna withhold some specific details to I don't know, not give this person away. Maybe not that anyone really cares, but I ran into this person recently, and they were telling me about
With
how
your
they're.
car?
No, it wasn't that crazy. But I shouldn't even say I ran into them. I encountered them
Uh-huh.
recently, and they claim to be like a social media influencer, and they squeezed it into the conversation several times. It was really weird, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, like when people say, I'm trying to think of something else. Probably like when people say like I'm a YouTuber. Like
Yeah.
you just kind of like, oh really? So sorry, internet, and friends and family and people we encounter and tell about this channel.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
know.
kind of the same thing. You're like, there's just so many bloggers and that's actually a ridiculous example. But back in the day, you might be like, yeah, I'm a blogger, before social media influencers and stuff. Anyway, it's just a
Dang it.
weird thing for someone to say, in my opinion, but
Yeah,
it gets said a lot, I think.
true.
And so you just don't know what
Yes.
to think or who to believe or you know what I mean? And so
Totally. I just
I'm
spilled on
I'm
myself.
like I'm like, okay. So they give me they're like, yeah, check out my profile or whatever. I have over 1 million followers. And I'm like, what? That's not unsubstantial.
Yeah, that's work. That's
That
work.
putting in the work. So I check it out immediately. I'm like, well, now I'm intrigued. And I'm like, wow, they really do. They have 1 million followers. This is crazy. Good for them, dude. That's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
freaking cool.
Dang it,
But the
conquer.
more the more I looked at their posts and stuff, I was like,
Oh, you
I
bastard.
mean, I'm not saying I'm the hippest social media person ever, but
Dang
you
it.
see sort of an aesthetic over and over again of influencers and kind of quality of things.
Sure.
And this just didn't really add up. I was like, man,
Oh,
this is really kind of weird. Um I just it's interesting this person built a platform on this.
so, okay. You got to tell me now. What is their platform? Platforms?
No, they partner with, again, I don't want to give away too much. We can talk offline.
Okay.
But they they do product reviews where they're paid product reviews, and it's just really not
Dang it.
I'm trying to be nice. It's just, for lack of a better way to put it, it's just not the greatest quality ever. And I was just like, this is really strange. It's just really interesting to me that they were, but hey, more power to them. But I looked at a few of the posts, and it just, I don't know, man. Some of the comments on there were very generic, and it's great
Okay.
post. You're
Oh,
amazing.
yeah. So
This
it's
is so cool.
they paid bots or whatever,
Dude,
you know?
I mean, I don't want to put them on blast, but and I'm not going to, but it just got me wondering.
Okay.
Take them out of the equation. I'm so internet gullible.
Sure.
I take things at face value, and I'm not very skeptical. So then when I run into something like that, and it gets my I'm like, do people really buy followers and pay bots and stuff to validate their online presence? I know the answer is yes, but
Yeah,
it's just
absolutely.
weird to me, dude. It's just so weird, bizarre,
Yeah.
even strange behavior.
Hmm.
And I know you're Diddy Konging it up, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
100%.
And that's a little it just begs the question, like, why do people do the things they do? So like back to the Blockbuster hoax, it's like why like who woke up one morning and said, "You know what? I got just the thing I'm going to do today. I'm going to make a post that says the last Blockbuster is going to close. All nerds will come out of the woodwork to complain in the comment section." And it's like,
Of course.
but a simple Google search pulled up the fact that it's not closing. So I don't know, man. People have weird motivations.
Okay, I'm definitely feeling like an idiot right now. Maybe I have to do a time trial? Huh.
And I do apologize, Drew. I'm always hitting you like with these deep thoughts early in the morning too.
I
By
know.
the way,
Yeah,
for the folks at
this
home, it's
is
early.
yeah.
You're trying to play games, but
No, well, okay,
I'm looking for your wisdom here. I mean,
I'll throw something. Well, okay. I mean, from a personal perspective, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm always reluctant to tell people that we have a YouTube channel. And it's not because I'm ashamed. It's because anyone can have a YouTube channel. Anyone can be on social media. I had a like a nice little pop on TikTok years ago, and I squandered it because I'm an idiot. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like some people are looking for that as validation in their lives. I look at these as this is a creative outlet for me, and that's all. Would it be great if we set the world on fire? Absolutely. But I don't think that is a common tale amongst people. You know what I mean? Like, I think most people are looking for that dopamine hit, bro. They're looking for that, they're I don't know, like their dad didn't love them enough. And while I completely understand that, I don't know, dude. It's not that serious.
Yeah. I look at this as more of like a time capsule, and
100%.
like especially now with what we're doing, like we talked about this the other day. I am playing so many more games now.
Yeah,
like
me too.
Leaps and bounds. Like this is like childhood gaming. I mean, but like way more, because when we were kids, like, dude, you had to play the same game over and over again because you didn't have any money. You had to wait until your birthday or Christmas. And
I as a side note, I remember the first game that I actually bought with my own money.
What was it?
It was which this plays right into my character. It was the Superman game for Nintendo 64. Now, folks out there that know of the game know that it is awful. It's so bad, dude. There's nothing like cool about the game. You just like have to fly through these rings in the air. And I thought it was like, oh, that's just how I get places. No, that is 100% the entire freaking game. And it's not, it's awful. It's terrible. It's one of the worst Nintendo 64 games out there. I want to replay it. Okay, what am I missing here, bro? I'm missing
Dude,
something.
I was notorious as a kid for buying really terrible games, because when you don't have a lot of cash and you go to like game, what was it back then? For me, I think it was EB Games. And you like have very little money. It's like the only thing you can afford is like last year's sport game. So like I bought Brett Favre's like 1995 or 97 Brett Favre football or something, and it was like with the most terrible football game, like off-brand Madden basically.
Sure.
And well, I'm trying to think of some other crappy games, more in like the Super Nintendo era. Like I would buy like stupid racing games and stuff when I really wanted like Donkey Kong or like a Zelda game.
Oh,
but
yeah.
those were always full price. So like,
yeah,
you had to go for like kind of those crappy ones. I get your motivation though on the Superman thing because you were a fan, but like,
absolutely,
yeah, I understand the.
Dude, it's just I was so, and I wanted to like it so much. I mean, I think that kind of plays into the fact that I just really like bad things. Because I want to support them. You know, someone has to.
Yeah.
Someone has to like the absolute garbage of society.
Yeah, 100%. So, back to the YouTube thing.
Do we have our counter going, by the way, folks in
Bing.
the comments?
Dude, part of the reason, so I do tell a lot of people about our channel, but I tend to not tell my like work coworkers because
Oh yeah.
there becomes like this thing when you're artistic, and I've seen it from other people who have done this. Like I worked with a guy at another company who was a musician,
Hmm.
but like not like a, oh, I play guitar on my couch kind of musician. Like he was a gigging musician,
Oh sweet.
and he was very open about that. And it got to the point where like, you know, if his numbers dipped a little bit, they would question whether he was gigging during work hours and crap. And like that's like the trap of being artistic and
Yeah,
like
man.
telling people about it. There's like it, you have to be selective because of that reason. It's like, well, how much time are they putting into this YouTube channel? Like
Yeah.
is it dipping into their productivity? You know what I mean? And it's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Exactly.
you do uh selectively tell certain folks, certainly all like personal people, but
Well, and here's the thing: I don't have a lot of friends, and I don't have a lot of interaction with other people. I'm a house nerd. Okay, I stay inside and I keep to myself because that's what I believe everyone should do.
well, I tend to lean the same. I mean, we just have a lot of family, and I
Well,
have kid
and
and I
you
have
got
kids.
kids, yeah.
Yeah, so I have a lot of kid interaction. I have other kids parent interaction, which is not always great, which is not always the best.
There we go. Thank you. Okay, I think this is what I need to do. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. Let me go. Let me go. Okay.
Is this elephant a little bit like culturally insensitive by today's
Yeah.
standards, I think?
Yeah. I mean, probably because it was definitely a white dude that voiced him.
Yeah.
And, there's nothing wrong with that. Come on. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So finally, my idiot brain, after replaying levels, uh, we figured out I have 5 balloons, so now I can play the other one. And we're going to do that in the next episode. Sorry to kind of put slam the brakes on this episode, but I'm
Well,
100%, dude. We're playing this again because I cannot stop.
and listen, I like voyeuring this. I'm sorry, I got a little deep with you
Get as,
and
get as
and the
deep as you want, dude.
well, I got
You gotta poke me. You gotta poke me a couple of times
That's
because let me
fine.
just tell you, I do get in the zone. I get hyper fixated on this kind of stuff.
I've learned already that I have to demand a response from you if I
Yes.
require one. But yeah, folks, we're just talking. We're playing video games. If
It's
you
not
like
that
what you
serious.
see, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. We're doing it. We're playing games. We're talking on the internet.
And making donuts.
So come along on this journey. And with all that being said, from all of us here at Nerd Leading the Nerd, come back soon.
Because we'll be waiting.